Hi, it's Ray Mills, your Excel and VBA craftsman. Today I'd like to talk about recalculation. So here we have a spreadsheet where I have total liabilities as a function. It goes out and scrapes the data from the Wall Street Journal, okay? And each one of these takes a few seconds to run. So if I click recalculations and set it to manual, I've created a button up here. Let's go File, and we get down to Options. I know it's off screen, but you can see it's down in the left-hand corner. And then we go to Formulas. We see that calculation is set to manual, okay? Now, let's close this. If we take this, and let's say copy down 10, because there's nothing in these cells, it's not going to recalculate. It's set to manual. It's not going to automatically recalculate and go look up all these values and execute the code. It's not. It's because we've set it to manual. If we set it to automatic, it'll go back and recalculate, and it will go out and get them. Now, one of the things I noticed is that if there's already a value in here, it will recalculate them, right? It's going to go out, I think, and is it? Depending, it's very. Oh, it didn't. Okay, so it didn't recalculate. So it's very off and on. If there's something already there, it may recalculate. I've learned that. But generally speaking, if you're adding new numbers and you have recalculation set to manual, let's see, and there's nothing there, it shouldn't recalculate, right? And it didn't. Isn't that interesting? But then if we hit recalculate auto, it went out and calculated. So recalculation, what it does is, if you actually, as we talked about, if you go here, File, again, Options, go to Formulas, and we see that there are three types of recalculation. Well, we're going to deal with the first one and the third one. We don't care about data tables for now. Automatic, it goes out and recalculates everything when it's something, when any of the values related to that cell change. Manual, it doesn't do that, right? Automatic and manual. That's basically what I'm doing. And I'm also using the function of recalculating a range, right? So we have three things going on. If recalculation is set to manual, right? And we say OK. If we copy this down, let's say there was nothing here, it shouldn't recalculate. And it didn't, right? It's done. It's letting me go forward. It didn't do all the recalculation. But if we did that same thing and set calculation to automatic, well, I can do that here. And let's check to make sure it is. File, Options, go up to the Formulas. Oops, go to the Formulas. It's set to automatic. It's working. So when I copy this down, it should recalculate them. Let's see if it does. And look, see that bar, see that spinning wheel? That tells me it's going out and doing the calculation. Now, it may take a few seconds to come back, and that points out to why you might do this. So if you have a lot of calculations on a single page and you're changing stuff, you don't want it going back and recalculating. You want it to finish up because you have a huge spreadsheet. So that's the simplicity of this thing. If you set it to recalc manual, it won't update and won't waste your time. If you set it to recalculate auto, as the normal settings on Excel is, it'll go out and recalculate every cell. Why do you want to do that? Because if it gets to be a really big, huge spreadsheet, think of perhaps having derivatives modeled on a spreadsheet where you might have many different things floating through that spreadsheet. And I've seen those huge spreadsheets. You know, you click it, and it takes 5 minutes to run. You don't want to make a change and then say, oops, it's going to run for 5 minutes, and then you have to put another change in. No, you shut everything off, then you put recalc back on, and it'll come back with your numbers. So managing recalculation is one of the ways that you deal with more complex spreadsheets, more voluminous spreadsheets, spreadsheets that have potentially complex mathematics that use a lot of horsepower, so to speak, and take time to run. So it's simple as that. So part of understanding recalculation and in different settings could save you time and make you more efficient. Thanks.